Bernard Allison and William Clark for your blues break this morning. I've got another very true story for you today. I hate that I have to specify that, but you know, with the way this show goes, I feel like it's important. Also, this is a great story for today, as it is International Women's Day. And I'm not being sarcastic, I'm just being honest. You'll see. So imagine me at 10 years old, but not for too long. I'd hate for you to be distracted by the mental image of the perfect male specimen and end up crashing your car. Oh, and for those who don't crash their cars, look for people on the side of the road who did crash their car and are listening to this station. Call the police and promptly file a pedophilia report. He was 10 years old. That's disgusting. Gotcha, pedophiles. Anyway, so I'm 10. I'm in the 5th grade at Riverdale Elementary in Memphis. Yes, I went to a school called Riverdale, just like the show, only instead of Cole Sprouse, we had teenage pregnancy. One day at Riverdale, the 5th grade teachers must have been feeling especially lazy or maybe just hungover, because instead of class, they thought it'd be fun for half of the day to have a sock hop in the cafeteria. There's already a lot to unpack here. What is a sock hop, I hear you ask? Well, it's from the 1950s, and that's always a good sign, isn't it? Whenever someone starts a story by saying, well, we were doing this thing from the 1950s, the audience cheers, yay! I bet it's fun and packed with equality of race and sex. Anyway, a sock hop is a dance, a school dance. You know, where kids show up and dance. You know, a dance. The catch with a sock hop, however, is that all of the students have to take their shoes off and dance in their socks, hence the name. This originated as a way for schools to preserve their expensive gymnasium floors in the 50s. Little did they realize it also created this brand new liability where a bunch of kids are risky business sliding into one another, so they didn't last too terribly long, the sock hops. But we at Riverdale, we wanted to pay homage to the beautiful 1950s. For absolutely no reason at all. I swear it was like April. This was not a holiday. It was completely arbitrary. But there we were at the sock hop. All of us dressed like the 50s, as the teachers had asked us to do earlier this week. Oh, and I should mention, when I was in middle school, I was an ass. And as a result, I was also much more popular than I am now. So while at the sock hop, I was surrounded by my friends. We're talking. We're much too cool to dance. Also at the sock hop was this girl who, at the time, I knew had a crush on me. Let's call her Mary McManson, because it's fun to say. Mary McManson was talking with her friends in her circle, all of them dressed in poodle skirts, you know, like the 50s. I was in my circle with my friend, and I've got on a white t-shirt, tucked in blue jeans, with my hair slicked back, you know, like an When a slow song came on, I was in the middle of telling a very funny story to my breast when Mary McManson approaches our group. And then, with the courage of 1,000 lions, Mary McManson interrupts the conversation between 5 adolescent boys to ask me to dance. And not only did I say no, I said, not right now. And then I waved her off with my hand, but in that, like, dusting way. You ever seen a movie with a CEO where the frantic secretary comes in the room and says, boss, your 5 o'clock is here? And the CEO says, not right now. And they go, shoo, shoo, with their hand. I did that. I did that to a 10-year-old girl. She runs off crying. Now, I know what you're thinking. Fantastic International Women's Day story, Brock. Our hero. Well, it's not over. Because for the last 12 years, I've carried this emotional weight. I've never forgotten how truly evil I was at the sock hop to Mary McManson. But then, 2 weeks ago, I'm at a bar in downtown Memphis, my hometown. And lo and behold, across the bar in a smoky room, smell of wine and I'm kidding. A 22-year-old Mary McManson alone in the bar. At this point in the story, I am drunk. I think that's an important aside. So naturally, I beeline for Mary across the room. And I finally reach her, and I say, hey, and she says, hi, and we do that whole thing, what's your major, how things been, as if anybody cared. And after we'd wrapped all that stuff up, there was a moment of silence, and I said to Mary, I said, Mary, this might sound crazy, but do you remember the 5th grade sock hop? And without even taking a breath, Mary says, oh yeah, the one where you were a jerk to me? And I said the very same. Look, I just wanted to apologize. I know it was ages ago and everything, but I've never forgotten how truly and unabashedly mean I was to you, and I'm sorry. And she said, I forgive you. And instantly, this huge weight that, frankly, I didn't even know was there. It was this huge weight that was lifted off my shoulders. We laughed about the whole thing for a bit. We caught up genuinely, and it seemed like it was going to be a great night. And suddenly, the DJ at the bar put on a slow song. Now, pop music has changed quite a bit since I was in the 5th grade, so instead of like, hey there, Delilah, it was more like Little Uzi Vert at a slower BPM. But when the slow song came on, I looked to Mary, and I said, this song is terrible, but do you want to dance? And Mary looked to me, raised her right hand, and with a shoo-shoo sweep said, not right now. Folks, tune into The Juke. It's the show that airs every Sunday right here on WMSV. Plays blues music, 6 hours of blues music. Blues that reminds you to empower women today and every day. Happy International Women's Day. I've got Hosier up next. It's Movement. I'm Brock St. Clair. It's Cooking with Brock right here and only here on 91.1. That was fun. Thank you for watching. I do deeply appreciate it. Leave a like if you enjoyed. It really helps me out. Hate asking for likes. Feel like a tool when I do. But, we got to do what we got to do, right? Got to build that clout. Thank you so much. Seriously. Have a fantastic spring break. I will not be here at the radio station until the week after next, so you won't see any of these new from me until then. But I'll be coming back with a bang. Appreciate you. I'll see you then.